and flag bearer aspirant of the governing NPP, Dr. Akoto, says he is capable of breaking the odds for the NPP in the 2024 elections. Over 200,000 delegates will on Saturday elect the party's presidential candidate for the next elections. He is, however, warning any attempt to subvert the will of the people will be disastrous for the party. Elton Brobe's report.
Out of 958 delegates, Dr. Akoto pulled 36 votes in the Super Delegates Conference in August, enough to secure him a seat among the table of 5. According to him, he went into the election hoping to make the first 5.
So our strategy was to make sure that we are in the 5, and we are in the 5. And this coming forth is a totally different ballgame altogether, because we are talking about 20 times
the number.
Yes.
So how do you respond to those who say that this clearly is a reflection of what is to come?
Oh, well, I think they are being, it's a misjudgment.
But why do you think that it can change?
Because the delegates down there are totally different from their leadership. Their leadership have disappointed them. I'm very confident that those down there who have suffered so much for this party will take the right decision. And that right decision is to choose also Akoto as their flag bearer.
But after engaging more than half of the 900 super delegates, he was shocked that only 36 voted for him.
I fear the delegates, yes, and that's true. But the thing is that for me, talking to out of the 958 who voted, at least I can say that I spoke directly to more than half of them to convince, to sell my vision for the party and for the country. And I was very sure that at the end of it, they bought into my vision. At the end of the day, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So Fear was right, that you fear delegates. But in the case of the 220,000 delegates, I don't think I've interacted with even 10% of them. Except that you rely on the structures that you build to get your message to them.
But the insincerity of the delegates is not his only concern. The former Food and Agriculture Minister tells me the entire process was skewed in favor of one candidate.
The reasons given by Mr. Trematin for quitting the contest to start with before coming out to say that he's no longer with the party, those are very solid ones, and I'm very sympathetic to those. See, the implication of all this is the unity of this party. If we are not seen to be having a level playing field, after 4th November, it's going to be very difficult to unite the party against the NDC. And for me, that is my worry. Because if people feel that they have not been fairly treated, how do you expect them to cooperate with the party after the contest when they feel that they haven't been treated well?
For 8 years between 2009 and 2016, Dr. Akoto served as a Member of Parliament for Kwadaso in the Ashanti region. He was made Food and Agriculture Minister when the NPP won power in 2016. During his 6-year tenure, he spearheaded a government flagship program planning for food and jobs. The son of the late Asantehene linguist Bafo Akoto is counting on his strong roots in the Ashanti region to prepare him to victory. But he faces challenges there because the regional chairman, Bernard Nchibo, also known as Chairman Wontumi, has thrown his weight behind the Vice President, Dr. Mamadou Bawumia.
The delegates down there have no respect for the conduct of the regional chairman. And his impression that he creates that he is in charge of the delegates will be proven on the 4th of November. Whether the kind of percentage that his candidate got will be repeated down there is still something that we have to wait for. But I'm confident that the message I've given to the people of Ashanti and to the rest of this country, the delegates know that this is the man.
Dr. Akoto is hoping victory this weekend will help him reform the party and make it battle ready to win the upcoming 2024 general elections. This, he noted, would also enable him to have the mandate to pursue sustainable policies that are aimed at renewing the hope and confidence of the NPP fraternity.
We want to bring fundamental reforms into the NPP. We are not in a good place, and I'm the first to admit. And also the way the party is managed. We have rules and regulations which say that if you are a party official, you don't define or come out to say that you are supporting this person or that person. And look at what is happening. The whole government, the whole parliament, the whole party, most of the party, people, managers and so on, have come out openly to say that they support one person. And it goes against the rules. So that alone should tell you that there's something wrong with our party. And for me, I'm very unhappy.
For those who have worked closely with him, he is the best man for the job. Peter Otendakon is a close confidant.
I would describe Dr. Akoto as a go-getter, somebody whose words are sacred. If Dr. Akoto says this, take it as a contract. He means every word that he says. And Dr. Akoto is a very serious person. He's somebody who is an authority. If he says, let's deliver this, he will ensure that you deliver to the latter. That is Dr. Akoto.
Elton Brobe for JoyNews.
Now I'll get on to Zoom and pick the thoughts of political watchers on this development. Dr. Asas Sante is a senior lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana. He joins us with more. Doc, first, what do you make of the complaints coming from all three contenders of the vice president in the upcoming delegates conference that it is skewed in favor of the vice president?
Yeah, Aisha, good morning to you and your viewers. I think you and I cannot doubt what they are saying, because remember, those who are contesting, true party people, their ears are on the ground, they have their delegates and all that. So I have no reason to doubt what you're saying. In any case, if you're listening to, you put your ears on the ground or you're listening everywhere, you realize that the party has been quiet with all these allegations. And for me, that is a worrying sign, because from where I sit as a student of democracy, I believe that the things that they are saying and others who are also outside the NPP bracket are saying, if care is not taken, then we are likely to undermine this democracy that you and I have fought for us over the years. I'm so worried. Come to look at the issue of corruption that they are talking about, that using of money to induce people and all that. I am so surprised that up to date, nobody has responded from the party to Mr. Kennedy Japan. And he is going ahead to dare them that if you do this, I will come out with this. He's saying a whole lot of things that border on corruption, where people are being bribed money here and there. They induce them with vehicles and all that. And I am surprised that well-meaning people of the party are quiet and nobody says anything about this. I am also surprised that we have very eminent people in positions of authority are quiet about this. The OSP should be interested in all the corruption thing they are talking about within the party. He should be interested in. Not only that, but of course, the Attorney General should be interested. Ghana Bar Association should be interested. Issue of Muslims, Association, Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, Christian Council, all this eminent group of people who were put together to serve a purpose for Electoral Commission, where are they? And all these things are being said. What they are telling Kennedy Japan and all those who are complaining are telling us that this is the situation within the party. And you can say, or I can say without fear of contradiction, that it doesn't bode well for a meaningful democracy. A democracy where people are, now using money to bribe people is the way to go, as opposed to messages, as opposed to issues. Then what type of democracy are we building? Are we firming this democracy? We are undermining the democracy.
Well,
issue of people playing ethnic card. Some will
say it's just an internal elections, but the bigger picture, I think, could be how dangerous this will be if the party does not address it, especially as we know one of them has had to contest as an independent candidate because of same reason.
If anything is wrong, it is wrong wherever you find it. It doesn't matter whether it happens within the NPP, it's intra-party election and intra-party campaign. It is wrong, ab initio. So we must take steps toward address. We must talk about it and nib it in the party. Remember, the parties are those which grow to become governments of the day. So if this is what is happening, all right, and we don't talk about it because we say that, yes, it's peculiar to NPP, then I'm afraid we are playing ostrich here. Because then what happened to the national one? They complain about issue of what? Intimidation. This is a very serious matter, because come to think about it, whatever is being played out, if it is true and it comes to the national one, it's going to be what? Move to another level. Is that what we bargain for as a state? So this must what? Raise an eyebrow now, and then we must move in to deal with it head on. Look at Dr. Akoto, listen to him from your network talking about what? That there is no level playing field within the party, the election they are going to. This is a serious matter. And I am worried because these are the ingredients of free and fair election, that there must be equal playing field for everybody to contest for election and all that. So if people from the word go believe that the level playing field is not even, then I'm afraid what type of results are we expecting from the whole exercise?
Yesterday,
it was about the fact that the rules of the game are not being adhered to. This is a party that prides itself of being what? A democratic party, a party as people who believe in rule of law and the rest of them. Why are they throwing the rules to the dogs?
Listening to one of them, Adainimo, yesterday, he spoke about the fact that if the party doesn't deal with this, it may affect their mantra of breaking the eight. I mean, what has this got to do with their fortunes in 2024?
Oh, obviously. You know, when people believe that the whole system has been structured in such a way that it will go against the rest of them and it will favor one person. Yes, they want to wait for the person to win the election. Then who is going to campaign for the person? Who is going to support the person? That is where the man is coming from. That is going to, because immediately after election, there are always problems here and there. All that you need to do to be able to mend your differences and come back strongly to go and fight for the campaign. But if you have a broken home and there is no effort to fix it, and that when it's getting to election, you want to make any move at reconciling people, I'm afraid. Then we go back to, Johnny Nash's music, that why do you break my heart? Why do you apologize to me when you have broken my heart already? That is where we are likely, that's the situation we are likely to face.
I'm grateful for your time. Dr. Kwame Asasante, he is a senior lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana.